Hi, it's Pat Patterson with the Best of California Award. Does this look like Dodge City, Kansas to you? Where are the Cowboys? Where's Matt Dillon? Well, he used to be here. This is Wildwood Park out in Thousand Oaks. And you can see from this before and after picture that this used to be one of the most active Western sets in Hollywood. Gunsmoke, Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, Spartacus, number of films made out here where it used to be the Old West. These hills pass for Arizona, Dodge City, every place. So let's take a look at Wildwood Park and the history particularly of Gunsmoke that ran for 20 years. James Arness as Matt Dillon, Amanda Blake as Miss Kitty. Let's take a look. Introduce you guys. Hi, it's Pat Patterson with the Best of California here at Wildwood Park, and I'm here with Long Bean and his daughter, I'm assuming, Eleanor, and what's the dog's name?
Oh, Buddy.
Buddy, and Buddy the dog, which is perfect because I wanted to ask you, have you hiked here very often?
Every week or every day, every other day, I guess.
How about you, Eleanor? Same?
Yeah, pretty often.
You guys are local, live here local?
We live here.
Have you ever heard of the TV show Gunsmoke?
No.
Okay, it's an old 50s Western. Have you ever heard of John Wayne?
Yeah. Oh,
John Wayne,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
So here's what used to be here.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh, this is exactly the same location.
Can you believe it?
Wow.
So this valley right here was one of the most famous Western movie locations.
Okay.
'Cause it
I
looked
didn't
a
know
lot
this
like
spot
Dodge
is.
City.
Huh.
So
Okay.
Gunsmoke was a TV show that was in the 50s, lasted for 20 years. You have to look it up.
Yeah, we sure will.
So, that's the California Award, and I'm here with Jason and his dog Vinnie, who lives nearby here to Wildwood. So how often do you come over here, Jason?
Like 3 or 4 times a week.
Wow, okay. And do you go all the way to the waterfall and all that stuff?
Yeah, we go. There's a couple of waterfalls actually. We go to the main one, and then there's another one on the other
Wow, I
side.
didn't know that. So you know the area
Yeah,
well.
couple.
So do you know anything about the history of this?
I don't really. I mean, my wife's father lives in Old Thousand Oaks, and he's told me a few stories about how this used to be like a western kind of a.
Yeah,
they used to shoot
that's
westerns
right.
and stuff.
So
out
here you go. So I don't know if you've ever heard of the movie Gunsmoke,
Yeah, yeah,
but here's Gunsmoke.
yeah. Exactly.
Check that out.
They built a little town out
So
here.
this was right here,
Yeah,
all that area, and another show called The Rifleman.
yeah. Chuck
And
Connors.
then, yeah, check out. Okay, you
Used
know
to
these
watch
old
that.
ones.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So,
I just
so
look young and handsome.
That's-
I'm actually almost 50.
You're
I'll be
right.
50 at the end
Come
of
on,
this year.
you look great. You look great. Good for you. Keep hiking. Keep hiking and drinking a lot of water. So what does that mean for you that Hollywood used to be right here?
I actually work in the business. I'm a studio grip,
Oh,
so
well then you know.
I do a show called SEAL Team on CBS.
Oh, well there you go.
And I've been in the business for 30 years. My dad was a Teamster for
Okay.
50 years, so
Okay. So you
I'm
you
well
know it.
versed in the business.
Okay,
Yeah,
So they were
absolutely.
doing it out here.
And I love westerns.
I don't know if you know Corriganville nearby too.
No,
So
I
that's in Thousand Oaks, or no,
Okay.
that's off the 118, and that was
Moore Park.
another western. And the
Cool.
Paramount Ranch you've probably
Nice.
heard of.
Oh, absolutely. We've
Yeah,
shot there
with
before
MASH and
many
all that.
times. Yeah.
You've shot there.
We actually shoot out in Santa Clarita at a place called Blue Cloud Ranch. That's where we do all our military stuff.
Oh,
It's like
wow.
kind of similar to this, except for there's not as you can't have any palm trees or anything, so it's
Right.
just kind of
Right.
good spot though.
Yeah.
Good spot.
So 40 years from now,
Oh, man.
some guy's going to be interviewing somebody, and there'll be a bunch of houses out there, and
Yeah,
you'll be
exactly.
able to tell them, you know what I used to do out here?
I hope not. I hope they don't build too many more. I don't think they're going to build any more houses here. 'Cause
No,
this
and
place
so
is
this is
beautiful.
protected, and that's one of the neat things is some of these movie ranches actually created green space by not being
Yeah,
developed.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Love that.
Well, great, Jason,
Yeah.
and thank you, Vinnie, for
Hey.
being quiet.
Vinny boy, come here.
Pat Patterson with the Best of California here at Wildwood Park in Thousand Oaks. Talk to you soon. So one of the great things about doing these segments is you get to do a deep dive into a topic like Gunsmoke. So I grew me some Festus whiskers, and I know all about the show and the fact that a bunch of the stars started out in horror films. James Arness got to be the original Thing. Glenn Strange, also a tall guy, got to be Frankenstein. And of course Dennis Weaver starred in Duel, Steven Spielberg's directorial debut. So another great legacy of Gunsmoke are all the incredible careers it launched. Burt Reynolds as Quint, the blacksmith, 3 future Star Trek stars. William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelley were all at the show. Angelina Jolie's dad, John Voigt, Bruce Stern, Jodie Foster, Kurt Russell. The list goes on and on and on. 20 years of production. So a lot of careers got launched on this incredible show. And the ultimate ironic footnote of all this, Mike Zabosky made us aware of Fort Wildwood. It was a gimmick built by the home developers out here to attract attention to people who come out and buy these homes. Built in 1967. The kids used to play in it. It was torn down in 2009 as being too dangerous. But Mike says the kids used to love to play in this old fort that represented the movie sets, that represented the real Old West, and you just go on and on and on. I also want to thank some members of the Best of California Award. Greg Lockett for posting the Wildwood Then and Now. Sherry Stryker for identifying Guy Davis as the mystery cowboy in the shot. He was the manager of the nearby Oak Lane Ranch. Sherry and her family would ride around here, Gunsmoke, the Rifleman house, with Guy and his horse Braz. And also George Bonnell for turning me on to Bob Sherman. We're going to talk to Bob about his family's Iverson Ranch, the first Western ranch out here in the valley. We'll also talk about the Paramount Ranch, Corriganville, and of course the infamous Spawn Ranch. So that's the legacy of Wildwood and Gunsmoke. I watch it on BTV. I love that channel. It has all the reruns I grew up with as a kid. So it's Pat Pattison with the Best of California Award. Talk to you soon. I'm going to go grab a shave. This is getting itchy.